Good evening, classmates. This is Christian Rudy here giving you our presentation for 2501, which is Biomedical Equipment and Instrumentation 1. What I'm having here is the fetal monitor. It's a Hewlett-Packard 50 Series XM. Unfortunately, I was not able to find a specific manual for this model, but I have the manual for the 50 Series, which is more or less the same thing. Some buttons will appear, some buttons won't appear. So when they don't appear, I'll mention them to you. So let's go ahead and begin. For those of you who have families and have unfortunately experienced maybe a premature birth, you probably know what this machine is. This is what's called a fetal monitor. What the fetal monitor does is it monitors the mother and child during and prior to labor. All their vitals, oxygen, saturation, blood pressure, etc., simultaneously. What it does is the software in here allows the healthcare professional to monitor, like I said, those vital signs, and it has built-in alarms, so if anything is not up to par, it'll let the healthcare professional know so they can go ahead and correct the situation, whatever the case may be. Like most devices, before you use it, it is recommended that you do a pre-operative check to make sure all the systems are up and running before you actually connect it to the patient. So having said that, we're going to move forward. What I'm going to talk about to you next is what's called the NIBP calibration. According to this manual, the first thing that we're going to do is ensure all the transducers, which are these things, make sure they're all disconnected. And of course, we do not want them connected to the patient while we're performing the calibration. It says here to depress the F button, which I believe is a function, and the text, which is down here. Depress it until you have a US1 on the display, and the TOCO display, which is, I believe, one of these here, displays A alpha 01. Okay? Once you depress it a second time, you should have a print error log should appear. Repeatedly press the plus sign, which in case I don't see it, one of those buttons, until you have the alpha 04 service setting. So that's how you enter the setting. Now the next step to that is connecting the pressure gauge. It says here using the parameter input socket, which I believe is the input socket, I believe is down here. By the way of the monitor cuff tubing, connect a pressure gauge. I do not have a pressure gauge here with me, so we'll move forward with it. It says select yes. Well, it'll have yes up here, select yes to enter the calibration mode, and then you'll be able to see the current measurement of the calibration. And then you have to apply pressure to it. Now, this is the key. You have to apply exactly 220 Hg, which is Hg is mercury of pressure for 10 seconds specifically. After 10 seconds, the measurement should stabilize itself. Okay? Once you do that, the last thing you do, another button that says store calibration. I don't see it here either, so we'll assume it's here. Just hit the store calibration button. And then in the display, you'll see the new value and the previous value. So that's how you calibrate that. Are we going into troubleshooting or just calibration?